This is where it's going to be ending up with as well. The A split will be coming in, like you said, Device and Glaive ready to go. Teammates will be striking from Squeaky Door and A main. Just Bolts on the A side now. He's towards quad. If he picks up a couple of kills, they can do this. FNX, like we said, low HP towards car. Bolts have a lot to do here.
They're going to go very aggressive toward that truck, finding FNX already. This goes well for them because it takes down the closest point of access and information. Glaive can continue to hold off rotations, get information as they head in towards Z Connector. It's good and swift execution to find Bolts inside of quad. He managed one kill on Xyp9x. A bomb planted, open position, can be covered off from multiple angles, including a main, including quad itself, and it's all down to Henny. Oh, lovely shot from Dupree.
Yeah,
you're right, I don't know that.
Got to be fair.
FNX is pushed very far inside of A main, I have to say. Waiting to the left side of the doorway, hoping that they'll overlook him in time for him to grab the first headshot. He won't be able to let them walk by.
Yeah, what the
thing I don't even think 4x3 would keep him concealed in that position, but he can catch them off guard.
Yeah, it's his teammates watching in there. That's the idea. So his teammate takes the aggro, Device goes down. FNX can stay. They'll all decide to push, but here comes the A split coming in. Smokes towards CD spawn. Henny in a real difficult position now, but hits that first shot.
And FNX makes the right call not to try and wrap back around for a flank. He knows they're already deep within the confines of the site, including that of Highway. So turns around, plays lockers, catches off Xyp9x on the entrance, and it's all down to Glaive. 4 to find, and there's no chance he can even pick up any
going
further.
to round number 5 here. Dupree's trying to do what he can. He's by himself towards the B side of the map. You can see there's a gap in the smoke, though. He's getting a bit of information, though, but FNX, once again, opening things up, takes down Device to kick the round off here. And now Xyp9x trying to return the favor from Squeaky Door. He might have a chance, and it's very well done. Does a lot of damage. Can't quite find the kill there. Takes another 8 HP. Still will be a 5 on 4 for now. And Xyp9x, he normally gets a lot of kills from this door position, spamming it all day long. He seems to be almost pitch perfect every single time.
Dupree looking for an angle that works. It's Steel in the vents that's now behind Dupree's position. Has to be careful because as he swaps the gun, Steel, he's waiting for his time to strike. 2 players will pass, making a third. Good pickup on the first. Steel doesn't even drop down. He's already collected Glaive. And Kierby's locked out. This is looking good from
Immortals. Play from Astralis as well. This is almost a perfect read from Immortals to change him up.
Good shot, good trade from Dupree. And talk about the change-up, but oh, it's the AWP of Henny that's still in the sight. Got a little excited when he shot it in the flash because it blinds my vision of the obituary, which made me think he may have hit, but there was no one on the other side of it. Glaive, meanwhile, he's got to wait at least a moment longer for the flames to extinguish. He may get a gift because Lucas thinks all's quiet on the western front, shifts position, and gets his head taken off. Bolt's boosted. Decent position to be in, takes down the most vulnerable position he exists in, and that's from Highway. He's able to spot Device drop down. This changes things. It means Xyp9x has little information to go off of, and again, they're down a man. I have to say, Immortals is doing very well to control the map. That's a wide peak from FNX, almost aggressively, too aggressive, and they both go for it. They make it work.
A play on the other side, nails the shot, takes down Xyp9x. Great way to open things up. Immortals looking fantastic right now.
FNX, he's able to take down Dupree. Kierby will back off. To follow up on the story I said earlier as well, Bolts and Steel and now FNX, they all played on the North American version of what was the LG and then SK roster, or Kaboom in some cases. But if you go back to Kaboom's days in Brazil, Lucas and Henny were part of that as well. So every single player, I think this was posted recently online, on Immortals has played or been cut by Fallen at some point in time.
Well, for now, Immortals are looking very good indeed, I have to say. After that first pick with the AWP as well, most teams would fall back in that 5 and 4, and he takes down another one. But FNX, just relentless, pushing in towards A main, and 2 more frags coming in as well. Astralis looking a little bit shut down here ever since the 3-0 came in their favor.
Yeah, they've got nothing rolling. Not even opening picks, not even map control. Everywhere they're getting shut down. This may be grounds for a timeout early to try and reset the pace as well, because this is confidence limited. FNX tries to swing out and catch them all in his crosshair, but it doesn't quite work out, and Henny makes up for it. This AWP has been absolutely incredible inside of middle, and as the smoke goes down, they try and push through. Bolts is waiting on the other side once more. They're just throwing the cat among the pigeons, but it's... I messed that one up too, Henry. There's too many cats
your first game
and not enough pigeons. Listen, you know, it's fine. Xyp9x is in the site. He's not going to have much to work with. Bomb down, and he's already caught by Henny, who's been sitting on everyone else, and him on a Tech 9, to him on an AWP, and them on pistols. But at this point, they need to make space, create space. Glaive gets inside the vents. They'll hear that being blown out. Know that he's inside of them, but look at the push again. It's going to be more aggression. Steel and Lucas, they're already inside of B main. They'll clear out Toxic, Sunroom, whatever you like. And working through the B connector, missed shots from Steel though, sounds as warning. They'll all turn their attention. He may have executed trigger discipline in a better sense there. But he was being stared down. It's Device that will get the kill. Lucas has got himself in an excellent position, though, because as they go B, they're not going to expect this. Kierby is a sitting duck. He's looked back toward main to try and cover off the flank, and it just happens that he wouldn't have expected Lucas from the right, but he's looking in the right direction.
Just comes down to milliseconds there. Lucas, so unlucky. He played it to perfection, but unfortunately, timings do not work in his favor. Now just FNX with the AWP. They've got a ton of money here. They know every kill they can get will be valuable.
And this is the thing for Astralis. You pick up that single op, look what happens when they get one pick, the first pick.
Well, that's been the problem. The money's just run out of control for them. As soon as Device gets the AWP, he gets 2 kills. He opens the map up, and these pistols able to find some space towards that B side, and FNX almost hits another shot there. Bolts does take down Glaive, and Kierby with the flank, though. They should be able to finish this round off. Bolts is trying to do what he can, like we said. Every kill is valuable to this point. Takes down Dupree as well, looking for another, but runs out of ammo, and that should be round concluded. After going up 3-0. Zipex to smoke towards quad. Bolts takes away his vision as well, but first headshot comes from Zipex. Good work from him. Now they should make their ascendance to the bomb site here.
Has to line them up and does exactly that. Looks for the third. He's got the position. They don't check it. It's so common. You'd expect it to just be done automatically with a switch without even thinking about it. It leaves them in a 3 versus 3. They do manage to get the bomb down as they eventually trade back against Bolts, but his damage is massive because Lucas' position is everything once more. He slipped in behind, found Kierby, and Steel. Top Highway is going to start to put pressure onto Device from the left, as he does manage to line up Henny before he's shown. Good play from Zipex, but now it's down to the one-on-one Steel Device. And Steel knows exactly where Device is, which means he's gonna go, he's gonna hold this. Device knows that he's gotta get close. He's got the Tech 9 out, that pulls him off the ball, but there's time enough, and Steel goes for the fight. Device had to commit because of the plant, but Steel plays it to perfection. 8-4. Better of it. In the smoke, I say it. He's gonna go. They've been so aggressive all half. Why not? He can hear the footsteps. Can't spot out his prey, as it's going to be Glaive trying to fall back. Tech 9 in hand, still spraying into it. Gives himself up 2 for Steel, but runs out of ammo. It does give a gun to Kierby. So Regador has a bounce Molotov to go behind the forklift, but FNX plays forward of that. FNX as well is going to spray down Kierby as he goes inside of A main. It's good on both approaches. Zipex in a 1 versus 4, and half that looks like it's going to go 11-4. Immortals not winning the pistol. Astralis only picking up 1 round. Astralis, who's been ceasing to exist during gun rounds, most notably.
Yeah, didn't pick up a single gun round here, but very fast play once again. Immortals looking confident, and he opens things up as Zipex. He's going to return the favor, but it's equal exchanges for now. But here we go. Device with that silence USP gives him the advantage for now. 3-on-2. Henny and Steel remain. Oh, as I say that though, what a shot from Device to take him down.
Makes it to a 1 versus 3. Low HP on 2. Device, Dupree, they've got a chance. Or rather, excuse me, Henny's got a chance to find them, but the bomb down inside of the site. They can play this smart not peek. Glaive, he's the high roller in the situation, and it's going to be Device that actually gets the kill, so now it's...
I'm not sure I would.
Henny, meanwhile, he's going to walk directly into it. AK upgrade.
You just don't see that coming at all.
It's good positioning. FNX, meanwhile, already inside of A main, has Steel inside of the site, so Kierby and Zipex are locked off toward that squeaky door. The problem is Bomb's still inside of middle. Has to be scooped up by Bolts and Lucas, and in doing so, Kierby, I can't quite see from his perspective. I don't think he's got line of sight, but he is still holding the squeaky position. Zipex tries to get ground back inside of the site itself. He's smoked and caught by FNX. This becomes a problem because Kierby has no access, so they do stay forward. You're right, it works to catch out Henny, but they lock themselves out of their own plan.
Yeah, it could have been an idea just to fall back there, use the man advantage considering they have this lesser weaponry here, but still, the round is viable. They have a kit and an M4 in the hand of Device as well, one of the world's best players here. Glaive flashes through, tries to make something happen, but his teammate drops at the same time. Comes down to Glaive now pretty much. He needs to find something out of this. They know exactly where he is. He gets a headshot, but that's the end of his round. Just give you Device, saving the M4A4, and like I said, you have to favor Immortals going into that one. Astralis go for something towards that squeaky door area. It worked out very nicely.
Try and find a shot down mid. Smoke goes out in Z connector. He's unable to connect, but it does force, for sake of what it's worth in map control, Dupree to rotate over toward B, where Device has found Bolts. Glaive, he'll wait in behind the box and see if they push through vents, but that single kill for Device has signaled warning to the Immortals side, and as such, it's Highway now. They approach. Zipex the only one inside of the site. Shoulder peeks out, spots one, looks back to make sure they're not coming in through A-main. Kierby's able to cover the cross as he does so. Lucas finding ample trades, but it's FNX the last of which to find. He tried to slip in.
They're aware of it though, but Device dodges the flashbang and nails the shot. Textbook stuff from him. Very well done indeed.
Device tries to spray back through the door as well. Spam it with the AWP. Just go back to frag distribution as well. Glaive, in-game leader. brings some firepower with him at times. He's only got 4. Everyone else is relatively close spread throughout both teams, but he lags behind. And sometimes you're only as good as your weakest link. But right now, Astralis have the man advantage in what is, by all means, a comeback in some senses. An attempt at one, no less. They've given up 1 round in the second half. On the side itself, dupreeh gonna set a crossfire with Glaive, needs to get in the corner faster, does so, but it's fast-paced. A busting of players from Immortals into the site as they quickly approach from the main entrance. Glaive gets set and ready, he's able to find the kills, goes to the USP, good shot from FNX. That exact smoke, the second one potentially then could cover off Quad if they can dislodge the AWP player, which they've done. So the fast play may work. Xyp9x in the corner, tries to line up, can't quite do it, and Henny's there to capitalize, but it's Kjerby above on Catwalk that does the damage, and he'll drop the bomb. It's on the inside of the said smoke, but Bolts, timely as ever, is able to walk out from middle and find the man guarding it. Glaive now has to watch from afar as the bomb is grabbed, picked up, planted, and he's unsure of exactly where Bolts has gone because he's already considering Z connect to the flash. Is in turn to make them think he's gone that direction, but instead Bolts takes no fool of it. He'll walk forward and find it.
There it is. It's going to be Device opening things up and takes down Bolts.
Henny checks quickly toward the little bit of the drop that he can see. He can definitely see it all now, so they should be fairly confident that no one is in that position. Prime and Molotov to go toward. Now the question is, does this go quad bounce off fence first or bounce off quad 2 fence? Goes in between the 2. That should reach Xyp9x. Not quite, but he goes forward anyway, and it will burn him alive. He managed to take Henny down before doing so, so it was a trade 1 for 1, man for man. But it's going to be all Astralis in the end because
very nicely indeed. Middle, it's fine. It's not a bomb site, right? You can allow them to have it, especially if they've got pistols. Not really much you can do with it, especially now they have no grenades. But a misplay from Astralis to go for the boost, and Bolts takes that player down.
Device has to move fast. He knows he's going to be pitched out from middle, tries to smoke himself off. But he'll be to no avail. He does manage one before going down, which is decent, but good position again from Lucas to find Kjerby, and it's down to a 2 versus 2. Bomb is peculiar in this because Steel doesn't want to cross over at Tree without utility to do so, and as such, he'll post up, wait for his teammate to get in a better position. But Astralis starts to play on their mind slightly. Where do they wish to approach? dupreeh's going to go up middle. Xyp9x, he's backing off. Are they going to be 100% certain this is still on the B site? And dupreeh should lead the way through the vents. Xyp9x is sure to follow, but on 20 HP, would have to be an immediate trade. Thankfully, no one facing directly into the vents themselves as dupreeh starts the way in. M4 in hand, there is an op down beside them, but stick to the rifles at this point. Steel tagged on 61. It's beneficial to the M4s themselves, as both will be wielding them. 3 out of the 4 are. The only with an AK is Lucas. dupreeh in first. High HP, remember, Xyp9x has to try and get information to trade, but they're both left side, which means he won't be able to swing out instantly. And down to 20 HP, he's got it all to do. A fast peek could end him now, and they've already bought enough time.
I'm presuming it'll give you that one smoke towards Highway, potentially, or maybe Quad, depending on what the player is with it. It's Henny, so he'll try and open up and get it towards Highway. Flashbang comes in as well. It's a risky smoke to throw, but he gets away with it. Device now to strike towards main. He's got vision.
Can't quite land it, though. Does go back for more, means that Xyp9x has to step up with the pistol. They didn't act fast enough to take away that opportunity from Device. They knew the op was there. They heard it the first time around, but FNX will hold for a moment. Patience pays off. Xyp9x speaks back out to find more information. He's greeted in the most cruel way. It's a man down, but equalized now from Immortals as Henny will pick up Kjerby. Glaive, not a lot to work with in this. Neither of them have kits. Neither of the 3 of them, in fact, have kits, and they've got to try and get aggressive toward it. Oh, HP on Henny nearly gets caught out. Does this time. Glaive, that's too much to ask for. And they set the cross, that find to FNX. It's all Lucas. Does manage 1. AK's got a chance in this as well. dupreeh's only got 2 HP. He needs to be the first to go down. He needs to find a way to get Device an opportunity in the off as well. Up close! And dupreeh's done it alone. He looks for Device first, and dupreeh finds the opening. 2 HP, stays alive, and they've got enough for the defuse.
Like we said.
Only just so they could have enough for that defuse.
They had to act so isolate this player, Henny. Can't do anything about it.
He goes full panic. He was spraying as well, which gave himself away before they even walked into A main. Lost full vision. Good find. Steal when he opened up Squeaky. Answered out. Xyp9x with 1 kill. Kjerby with the other was tagged down to 3, but it's only 3 left to find. Long range for Glaive. He has to be careful here. Didn't even hit anyone. Nope. All bullets miss, and he goes down. It's now a 3 versus 3 with bomb planted in the B site. Armor on Bolts with a Tech 9, including that of a helmet. This isn't necessarily a done deal.
Absolutely not. KRB 3 HP as well. FNX holding the flanks towards Vent. He could actually get this kill for 3 if he nails it. He does indeed. FNX finds Zipex. Now it's a 3-on-2. KRB low as well. This is looking promising. Another eco victory for Immortals.
Looks the wrong way as well. There's the high HP down. It's gone. It's done. They give up too much on the B site. And this, if they even get KRB out of here, is a complete disaster again. It's twice they'll lose eco rounds, and twice Immortals will take a lead, and this time this is their attempt to do so. Look, it's waiting. Okay, in the corner. Thank you very much.
It's over.
That's done. This is Immortals. This is going to be taking Astralis, who went to overtime against NIP. They've been struggling in this group. This round-robin format as well, so everyone plays everyone. It's not like there's a lineup of misfortune. It's just simply whoever's on form is going to make it through, and right now Astralis is looking off. I have to laugh a little bit as well about the, not laugh, but you know, people are saying this is the Astralis era. I'm sorry, era insinuates a much longer time frame. This is Astralis' chance to create an era, but they're certainly struggling back in this tournament. And it's Immortals that do step forward, as we say. They want their breakout. They did well at multiple tournaments last year around this time. They've got to do it again here. This is a great start.
Super impressive.